Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Like Dota. This is We Like Dota, the semi-casual. No, that's not it. The
semi-try-hard, somewhat casual.
Dota 2 podcast for the rest of us.
One button, unbuttoned too far podcast.
Correct.
Yeah, we're casual.
I don't even know what you just said means.
Like, you know, like wearing a dress shirt, but you have one button unbuttoned too far. Like one past casual.
Too much chest hair popping out of that thing.
One past casual.
Yeah. That's great. Anyway, I'm Brian Sabone-Yinger, and I'm joined this afternoon by
it's afternoon.
Jared Clyde Frog Pedersen. How's it going, Jared?
It's going great. Good.
Good.
Good
Happy to have you back here in the We Like Dota studio.
Absolutely. Smelling like hippies.
Yeah, we've got the patchouli incense burning.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are, we're freaking hippies.
That's right.
And I dig it.
Yeah. Dig the hippies.
But yeah, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, I don't know. We were just checking over some of the numbers of how many people are watching and listening, and man,
really encouraged.
Really encouraged for only being around for like 5 or 6 weeks.
It's been good.
It's been pretty awesome. So thanks everyone for
better
listening.
than any other podcast we've done.
Right.
Yeah.
That we had tried for almost a year.
Yeah. We got that one up a while.
Yeah.
So good working, guys.
Yeah. Good job.
Good on you.
Thanks a lot, everybody. But anyway, how you doing this week, Jared?
Been doing okay. It had a low week at work, so I had got a couple games in. Felt good. So
Couple of games in while at work?
No, unfortunately not. That I can't do.
Correct.
But after work.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wonderful. You sound real nice tonight.
Well,
by the way.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't have to share my mic with somebody today. So
yeah. Unfortunately, Yadneb is not joining us.
Yeah, so you get to hear my voice a little more clearly.
And my voice.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, no, it's fine.
Who'd you play this week? Like, what'd your Dota week look like?
I played a lot of Jakiro.
I love Jakiro.
Jakiro's great.
Yeah.
And I feel like his change in 6.8, where he just has a little more damage over time, it really, really is...
with the liquid fire.
With the liquid fire.
Yeah.
And it has an attack slow, which we were playing last night, and you didn't know that you can use Jakiro's liquid fire on structures.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So you can shoot your liquid fire, and it'll slow the attack of the towers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, what's real nice now is that in 6.79 they changed it so that his liquid fire, which is his E, it you can cast it whenever you want now. It's not just a passive that goes off with your right click. You have to
like
choose
Kunkka's
to use
cleave.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think does it become a universal attack modifier?
No.
It does not. Okay.
No.
Never mind. More on that later.
Yes, more on that later.
Yeah. Oh, Jakiro was so much fun.
Oh yeah, he's great.
So I played a lot of matches this week. I didn't think I'd get to, but I had our buddy Kyle over last night, and he brought over his laptop, and we just did a small LAN party, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, mini LAN.
LAN party for two.
A LAN light.
Yes. We got in about 6 matches, 2 of which you joined us for.
That's right.
Which was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played Jakiro in one of those.
Yeah.
And I forgot how much fun that guy is.
That's so great. That Ice Path and man. You can just...
I was buying Yule's Scepter on that.
Yeah.
And you can put somebody up in a cyclone for like 3 seconds. So they can't move, they can't attack, but you also cannot attack them.
Right.
But what was great is it would help set me up for an Ice Path. So I could use it on the carry, before they had popped a BKB or something like that.
Right.
They'd be up in the cyclone, and then right before they're about to fall back down, I'd shoot Ice Path out.
Oh, yeah.
And it would catch them in the Ice Path.
That's great.
It was great. And then they're just dead.
Yeah, and then you can macro pyre and
it's beautiful.
Tons of damage.
It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that was really fun. I played a lot of support last night.
Okay.
Played a lot of support. There was only one match where I played a carry. So it was good. It was good for my life to
see the other side of the Dota universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Buy that courier, keep those wards up, do some
blame
harassment.
everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, WTF, guys. Come on.
Absolutely. So I also got in the matches that we played last night, I played a little Centaur War Runner.
Oh, yeah, you did.
That guy's so great.
Yeah.
That guy's so great.
There was one match. We played one match that was maybe one of the most bizarre matches I've played in a while.
Well, we played against an IO. And
correct.
He basically was just like intentionally feeding, which
He was trolling.
felt really bad for the other team, but man, it was a lot of fun for us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he would tether to their heroes and then just send them over to our fountain.
Relocating to our fountain, which don't do that, guys.
Don't
That's
be
just
that
mean,
guy.
but really funny.
Yeah.
Really funny.
Well, he had Centaur up to like 3,600 hit points.
I was trying to break the 4K mark on his hit points. So bought a heart and a Vanguard and a soul booster.
all before like the 20-minute mark. I don't know how you did it.
It was
impressive.
I felt like a pro player. Like had a Vanguard at 7 minutes and had a heart at like 18.
All you need to do that is to just have the other team not try.
Right, yeah, and then really you can feel good about playing.
Yes, correct. Yeah, so that was really fun. We had a fun time, and I played a couple of games with Kyle and one of our viewers.
Oh, really?
Yes, Steam user somebody from the Czech Republic.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, he's very good.
Okay.
He played Nyx Assassin. Oh, it was great. He did really well. He played at Nyx mid and was just like roaming around ganking.
Oh, that's great.
It was wonderful. I played Venomancer.
So he did see that we are actually noobs.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I can confirm that our viewers / listeners
are better than us.
That's
okay.
And that's fine. We're just here for the fun.
Yeah, we're here for the LOLs.
The lulls.
Yes.
As they say. Yeah, so that's kind of what my week looked like. I'm happy that you had a good week as well, Jim.
Yeah, it was great.
But yeah, let's talk about some news.
Okay.
So the first thing I have here is Blizzard is kind of getting into helping out collegiate esports take off.
Interesting. So like collegiate clubs, like esport clubs?
Correct, yeah.
Oh.
So I'm kind of affiliated with the local university here. Mm-hmm. And let's say I wanted to start a Dota club.
Right.
Which
our friend actually did.
Correct. And
it did not go over great.
Well, there's some mismanagement issues there.
Well, right, but
pretty big mismanagement issues.
That's okay. But
anywho, moving on. So like if you start a club, Blizzard will, send some money your way to help with events or,
tournaments, whatever.
Tournaments,
That's
that
cool.
kind of stuff, yeah. So it depends on how many people you have coming around.
That makes sense.
And I think the money's mostly just for like promotion.
Right.
I think if you have like between like 10 and 20 members, they'll give you like $50 or $100 or something like that.
All right. So enough to get some table tents that you can put around.
Sure. Yeah. And then like the more people you have coming around, the more money they'll give you and that kind of stuff. So I think the idea is to just get like events going on your campus to get people interested in games and all that. And
right.
It doesn't seem like it's just focused on Blizzard games either, which is kind of cool.
That is good.
So I feel good about that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I think probably the easiest thing to do would to be because Hearthstone has kind of, I don't want to say it's taken off, but it's taken off.
I see a lot about it.
There's like
a lot about it.
Like I don't know if it's even like a competitive scene, but there's just a lot of people who stream it. There's a lot of people who watch it.
Yeah.
I think Hearthstone would be the easiest way to go as far as like, we're just going to throw an event and whoever comes.
Right. And Hearthstone is one of those things where you can pick it up really quickly.
Exactly.
So
with like Dota 2 and StarCraft 2, I think you would have, like, let's say I host a local Dota 2 event.
Okay.
I would assume there would be pretty much just one team that dominates the whole time.
Right. Yeah. You have that. And it's always hard to host like events for Dota 2 because, I mean, you don't necessarily always play like in a LAN setting with people.
Correct.
I mean, we do because we're nerds and weird.
Yeah.
But like most people, not necessarily.
And there's a huge gap in skill.
Right. No, absolutely. Yeah. So
I don't know. It'd be interesting, but yeah, I think it's cool how they're just trying to get the esports community thriving.
That is.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Good on you, Blizzard.
Yeah.
So if you want to look
I'm
more
okay
into
with
that,
Blizzard.
I think I read that at ongaming.com.
Okay.
Oh, also some of the rewards were like items for their new MOBA game.
Okay.
Heart of the Storm.
Yeah.
No.
Heroes of the
Heroes.
Riders of the Storm.
Right. Starring the Doors.
Yes.
Heroes of the Storm. Heart of the Swarm is StarCraft. I can't keep those two straight. But yeah, it's some of the higher end rewards are like in-game items, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But not necessarily. I don't know. It's weird. If you want to look up more of it, there's a story on ongaming.com that you can read,
Okay.
or just Google it and you'll find it.
The Google will find it.
Hey, Jared.
Hi, Brian.
So Speed Gaming.
Yeah, our quasi favorite team.
Quasi, yeah.
Yeah.
They won MLG Columbus.
Right. After
It's
just being a random invite when
Yeah.
Dignitas broke up.
Yeah. Still blows me away that they won MLG Columbus, beating
was
out the
pretty
likes
crazy.
of Navi and Alliance and Sigma and Fnatic
And everyone.
and everyone because they won. But they have been picked up by Cloud9,
Okay.
which
no.
I believe Cloud9, I think they are a League of Legends team.
Right. Our League of Legends informant friend
Correct.
has informed us that Cloud9 is actually was or is a pretty big deal in the League of Legends scene.
Okay. I'm trying to look up if they play any other games besides League of Legends.
I think there was one other one, but I don't remember it offhand.
Okay.
But yeah. So Cloud9 is now Speed Gaming.
Correct.
Or Speed Gaming.
Speed Gaming is now
Cloud9. Which they have a really cool symbol. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, it's like
three nines that looks like a cloud.
yeah,
It's really
great.
clever.
It's great.
Yeah. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, they're playing really, really well right now.
Oh yeah,
They're playing really well
real
right
well.
now.
Beating out Liquid. Well, they beat Liquid, and I think Liquid beat them.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember I
they're
lost
being
some items
super
on it.
competitive. Let's
Correct.
put it that way. So,
Okay, here's what they play. They play League of Legends,
yep.
Dota 2,
Okay.
and Smite.
Sure. Okay.
Which Smite is it's kind of like a third person, yet feels like a first person MOBA game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that DayZ?
No, it's nothing like that.
Okay.
DayZ is like a first person survival game.
Was it first person? I thought it was third person.
No, it's first person.
Oh,
it's a
all right.
mod of the Arma 2 engine.
Ah.
Yes. But anyway, I don't really know of too many people who play Smite. So if you do, I apologize, but
Cloud9 has a team.
that's interesting to me. Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Yeah.
There was have you heard of the website, what is it, Esports Express?
Yeah.
Which I think is basically the Onion for esports.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen this, you got to check it out.
Yeah. But there was an article that somebody wrote about how Cloud9 was blown away with the management of their new team. Like, they get paid on time and
Right.
are given contracts and, basic standard baseline things for when you have a job.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Because if you didn't know, with Speed Gaming, there was a whole thing where they had a horrible manager.
Yeah. There was a lot of mismanagement.
What was his name?
Marco
Polo. And basically, from what I could tell, is he just had no business
Right.
managing an
So
esports
so
team.
good for the guys that were Speed now Cloud9, getting affiliated with a major partner. So that's
well
huge.
deserved.
That's huge. Good
well
for them.
deserved and really, really awesome. The next article I have here is MLG is forming a partnership with a sports promotion group in Brazil
Yeah.
to create
I read about
MLG
that.
Brazil.
Which is interesting on several fronts.
Yeah.
First off, if I was going to think that MLG would expand out of North America,
Yeah.
I would have expected the Europe scene or
China.
yeah,
Yeah.
an East Asian
Not Brazil.
team. Yeah, Brazil, which is really, really interesting.
Correct.
But the Brazilians feel like they're an up and coming esports like nation.
Okay.
In the article, they were said that it's like the fourth largest population in a country that is a esports basically per country.
Yeah.
So like it's a huge population actually.
Interesting.
So, but then also, they have the World Cup and stuff coming in.
Yeah.
And
in the Olympics.
the Olympics, and the what they're affiliated with this company is doing all the Olympics and like World Cup stuff.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that same company.
That's really cool.
So
I think this is probably a bigger deal than what we would think.
I think so. I think so. It can be. I think that they're going to use it as a springboard to get into the Europe and East Asian scene.
Interesting.
For sure.
That's really cool.
So in the next coming years, I bet MLG will be.
Yeah.
I think it's a very, very smart move to be going to Brazil first.
Yeah.
I think that they can use infrastructure that's already in there.
Yeah.
With this, I don't know the name of the company, but the company.
It was something in Portuguese.
Yeah. So, good on Brazil. Good on MLG. Even though I'm not a huge fan of MLG.
You're not?
Well, here's the thing.
I like what they're doing for the Dota 2 scene right now.
It's interesting, but they need to make it more accessible.
Correct.
So that's my biggest peeve right now, if you will.
Yeah.
Is it's not, their content's not super accessible.
Yeah.
If you have
What do you mean by accessible? Like how do you define that?
mobily accessible.
As far as like being able to access it on something other than a desktop computer.
Right.
Correct.
Exactly. So
I totally agree. Make an app or put it out on Roku and Chromecast and, get that thing everywhere.
yeah, seriously. Or use things that are already in place to, yeah.
Well, they're trying to start their streaming platform.
Right.
And I think that if they want to beat Twitch, what they need to do is release all those mobile apps and just like kind of do like the Netflix strategy where
Right.
if
You
have
flood.
Yeah, if you have anything with a screen, you can watch Netflix on it.
Right. Easily.
Correct.
See, that's the thing that I really appreciate about that.
Yeah.
Is it's the ease of accessibility.
Yeah.
And then that really allows me to use my 45 gigs of data a month or whatever the hell I use, which is...
Do you really use that much?
I think it's like 20.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
ridiculous.
I understand MLG isn't necessarily Netflix, but get on it.
Yeah.
If you want to
Get
win,
with it,
this is
guys.
what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. If they want to compete, if they want to, if they're trying to compete with, like we'd say Twitch or whatever it might be, they really need to get on it.
I read some Twitch viewership numbers, and I forget what I read. They were like number 4 in terms of like traffic from the internet.
I believe it.
Like overall.
I believe it.
That's insane.
Well, think about anytime that I'm looking at Twitch and I see League of Legends is like they have like 100,000 viewers at any time.
All the time.
And
it's not even events.
No,
all
it's just
the time.
It's just random people that are streaming League
Yeah.
of Legends. They have like 4,000 people watching it.
Yeah.
And that's just nuts. It's like not even like competitive like
Yeah.
with Dota 2, like if Eternal Envy or Merlini or somebody is streaming, you know, obviously they might get our Dendy. They might get 8, 9, 10,000 people watching it, but like just random people.
It's crazy.
It is. It's nuts.
But like when the LCS is on, that number jumps up to like 200,000, 300,000.
Yeah, exactly.
The numbers are insane.
Yeah. Good for League of Legends.
Good for them.
Yeah, seriously. But
I just can't take the pastels and flat colors everywhere.
yeah, it just feels like I'm watching like a 12-year-old girl's game. I'm
Correct.
sorry, but
If you're, you know what, Chris, our buddy Chris, our in-house League of Legends expert.
Yeah.
He did give us a trailer to watch for some new update or something.
okay.
The trailer was really cool.
Well, the thing is, League of Legends, they have such great quality, like with their production.
Correct.
So I mean, it's just it's beautiful stuff. But man, the game itself looks like
The artwork style of the trailer was nothing like the game itself.
okay.
Which is what I liked about it. I can't handle that art style. Anyway, if you listen to League of Legends, I mean, if you're a League of Legends guy, one, I'm not sure what you're doing listening to this podcast. You're welcome to stay.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep on watching, and any friends you have that actually do play Dota 2.
But we would like to
pass it along.
apologize to all
But
League of Legends players.
Yeah, it hurts my eyes.
Yeah.
It's really vibrant.
Anyway. So, Jared, we've got a new segment that we're going to do on a semi-regular basis.
Right. We've decided whenever we don't have enough content to actually do a full show.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're gonna do,
we're going to do this.
It's called Noobs Ask Noobs.
So the idea here is that we're going to have a platform for people to submit questions or anything like that. If you have a question and you may be embarrassed to ask your friends or whatever it might be, ask us. We can try to research it.
Research it, help you out.
Yeah, because we too are noobs. So
Hella noobs. Sorry, this is supposed to be family friendly.
This is good for us too, because we're going to learn a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I had a guy on Reddit send me a couple of messages.
Yeah, okay.
His name is...
No, do we want to put it out there?
I already asked him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Well, let me check. I think I did.
Because we don't want to out our noob friends.
Yeah, he said it was okay.
Okay, good.
His name was Javier Franks.
Okay.
That's his username.
That's his Reddit Twitter or Reddit handle.
It's either Javier Franks or Javio Franks.
Okay.
But I would assume it's Javier Franks.
Fair enough. Well, what was Mr. Franks' question?
Mr. Franks' question was, he says, I just discovered your podcast today. I'm honestly a Dota 2 beginner. He said he's only played one pub match, and that's all.
I tell you what, that's not a bad thing. Practice as much as you can before you actually get into the pub scene, because it's terrible.
It's vicious. And he says, and listening to our podcast is great.
Good.
So thanks for that.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Franks.
He says he's sure he doesn't know what's going on, but really enjoying it.
We don't either.
And he can't wait to hear more episodes.
Great.
And let's see here. He says, if you don't mind me picking your brain, any preferred champion choices for Total Noobs?
Oh.
Point 1, this is Dota 2. They're called heroes.
Okay.
Not champions.
Understand, but yeah, continue.
Look.
You're fine. You're fine. Champion, hero.
It's fine, Javier. We understand what you're getting at.
Yeah. So continue.
I'm sorry. I'm such a jerk. I'm a bit of a jerk.
A little bit.
Anyway, so he was recommending some heroes to start out on. And
okay.
Here's what I recommend. Feel free to add some others in.
Sure.
Abaddon.
He's definitely one that is pretty easy to catch on, and
Abaddon.
He's
Lich,
very forgiving.
Wind Ranger, Venomancer, Lion, Witch Doctor, Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, Warlock I think would be in there.
Warlock. Yeah. I think out of all these people, the ones that I would focus on is Lich, Wind Ranger, and Venomancer. Maybe Lion. Because the four of them are supports, and they are ranged.
Right.
Which you're going to have a better time playing ranged heroes.
Right. That's the only downfall with Abaddon is definitely...
He's melee.
He's a melee character, and...
If you play melee, make sure you pick up a stout shield right from the get-go.
It's going to help you out a lot.
It's going to help you out a lot. You'll block a lot of incoming damage.
Especially from creeps in the laning phase.
Correct.
It's definitely worth that 225 gold or whatever it is.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's impressive that you know that. But yeah, that's kind of what I recommend. I would even focus on... There's a game mode called Limited Heroes.
Yeah, and there's, I think, 20 heroes that you can choose from.
It narrows the pool down to 20 heroes, and there's a couple of carries thrown in there.
Yeah, Viper, Sniper, Drow.
Juggernaut's in there. And then a handful of supports as well. So it really kind of limits your choices. And what I would do is I would just play the Limited Hero mode and play every hero in that pool at least once.
Yeah.
And then...
It's going to give you... an opportunity to learn a couple different things.
Yeah.
Because somebody like Viper that has two passive abilities that you don't have to do anything with. He's a little...
That's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. That's great.
Yeah.
But then you have somebody like Lion that is... I don't know. Is Lion in that?
I believe he is, yeah.
I think he is too. He's very spell heavy.
Correct.
But he has very... It's great to play him because you'll learn timing with spells.
Right.
Because his Hex, where he turns them into a frog... using that at a very well-placed time can really turn like a team fight. And then he has that nice stun.
Yeah. He has his Earth Spike and his Mana Drain and then Finger of Death.
Yeah, the finger.
The laser. So there's that. That's kind of what I personally recommend. And what's really nice is in the Limited Hero mode is if you have a bad match, there's no penalties for abandoning.
Right.
So if you wind up with a bunch of disconnects on your team, it's not a big deal.
And what's great about that one is then AI takes over the hero as well, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
That's really nice.
Also, I definitely suggest going through the tutorial.
Oh, absolutely.
The Dota 2 tutorial.
And you get some items through that too, which is really nice.
Sniper.
But just remember that everyone plays Sniper.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, Jared, but it seems like whenever I play Sniper is always auto-attacking the creeps.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're just getting the last hit.
Right. If the idea here is if you're auto-attacking the creeps in your laning phase, it's going to push the creep wave equilibrium closer to the enemy tower. So you're going to have to get closer to the enemy tower, further away from yours.
Right.
So you're going to be in a vulnerable position.
Right.
So you really want to make sure that you're not auto-attacking those.
Right.
Because you're going to push that equilibrium closer to the tower.
Right.
And really put yourself into danger trying to get those last hits, get that extra gold.
Yeah. You can get ganked.
Especially if you're playing that mid-roll.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
It puts you in a dangerous position and them in a safer position.
Right.
So just make sure you're getting those last hits.
Yeah, only try to get those last hits.
Yep.
And what I've done to practice this is do the bot practice matches.
Yes.
And then just do like the first 5 minutes of a games.
Yeah.
Where you're just like in that laning phase, you pick up a couple items that you would start a game with.
Yeah.
And then just practice last hitting.
Well, it's a little known feature, but in the training, the very last training mode that you do is a last hit training.
Oh yeah.
Training
I forgot
thing.
about that one.
So you can, it basically just emulates the laning phase.
Right.
And there's all sorts of options that you can set, and it's really great.
That's awesome.
I highly recommend it. So
You have to play sniper.
you can play whoever you want.
Okay.
Sniper's required. No, not really.
Well, here's the thing about sniper though. I mean, he's great because he has a passive ability that gives him a longer range.
Yeah.
So his range is just unreal. So that's helpful. But at the same time, I think that you can get a little used to that. So you have to be careful.
That was recently patched, by the way.
Oh, really?
I think in either 6.8 or 6.79, it was changed so that his passive, take aim, I think?
Yeah, I think
that
so.
gives him the increased range. Mm-hmm. You now outrange towers at level 2.
Right, that's nuts. And the only other hero that does that is Lena.
Right.
So
supposedly, Admiral Bulldog has been doing sniper off lane.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Like really well too.
Good for him.
Yeah, I kind of want to give it a try.
Yeah.
Like you're basically just a harassing sniper.
Right. And speaking of that, one of the other new heroes he's been playing is Viper.
What?
Did you see Na'Vi played a game and they put Havost on Viper?
Okay.
It was unreal.
Was it?
If you can find it on YouTube, try to find it. I forget who they were playing.
Yeah.
But my God, Havost, like one of Dota 2's best farmers. Like he always gets the most out of
it's insane.
Any character, any hero, and the most gold out of a map I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But man, he was nuts. He like had 2 triple kills within like the first 10 minutes of the match.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
ended up being like 14-0-6 or something like that.
Viper's great because he is he's one of those carries that he is really dangerous in the early and mid game.
Right.
Which is weird for a carry.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually not a thing.
Right.
So that's great. I'm not surprised at all.
It's a lot of fun. So I'm glad that he's getting a little more love in the meta scene.
Yeah. I also recommended to him Purge's guide on purgegamers.com. Welcome to Dota, you suck.
Yeah.
That's a great article. You're going to want to read that, reread it, wait a couple days, reread it again.
Yeah, and then after you've been playing for a couple months and you feel pretty comfortable, read it again and you'll be like, oh my God, yeah. I learned even more. So Purge is great for noobs as well.
Yeah. He had some streams, or he asked if there was any streams that we recommend.
Okay.
And I don't really necessarily have any. I would just say watch the pro matches.
Yeah.
Join Dota and be on the summit, which I didn't actually answer that question for him, so I feel kind of bad that I missed
Well, we
that.
are right now, but you can...
That's right.
You can PM and tell him to listen to the next podcast because it's on there.
Yeah. And he just asked for some general words of advice, and here are my words of advice.
Okay.
Play bot matches until you feel somewhat comfortable with the general mechanics.
Right.
I think it's easy to just get in a mode where all you do is bot matches. Because it's different playing against bots compared to humans.
It is. You can definitely you get to a point where you're you know what the bots are going to do, so you can kind of
right. And then also just like a basic knowledge of You want to eventually play all the heroes, but in the meantime, if you just know whether a hero is a support or a carry or a utility, and know when they're dangerous.
Right.
So like supports will be dangerous in the early game, carries will be dangerous in the late game.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to look out for that kind of stuff.
Totally.
And then also, actually, I think this is a pretty huge thing, is learning to play safe and not die.
Yeah, not dying is basically one of the best bits of advice we can give people. Don't die.
You can win the game by just not dying.
Yeah, totally. So
almost all the matches I played with Kyle a couple of nights ago was basically decided upon whether one of the lanes fed or not.
Right.
Whether they just put themselves in dumb situations to die.
Right. By auto-attacking creep lanes, pushing that equilibrium closer to the other tower, getting themselves in a vulnerable position, and then basically getting ganked.
And usually that comes down to positioning, making sure you're not too far forward when you should be, and that kind of stuff. Which, unfortunately, that just kind of comes with experience.
It does. It does. It comes with time. And for anybody that's coming from any sort of gaming where it's an aggressive style of gaming, whether it be Halo, Call of Duty to some respect. I mean, that's a little more passive, but because that was definitely the way I came in.
Yeah.
I played a crap ton of Halo.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a mindset change that I had to do.
Okay. Yeah.
Just learning how to play not necessarily passively, but conservatively.
Okay. Yeah. I tend to play passively to a fault.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Which I like to do that.
Yeah, you like to just be the guy that's farming for days and days and days.
AFK farming.
Yeah.
I'm very good at the AFK farm.
That is true. And I'm definitely the guy that plays a bit too aggressive at points.
That's okay. You've gotten a lot better at it, though.
I have. But I definitely still have that whole, I'm going to take a dive sometimes. So
Right. No, that's okay. So, yeah, I think that's it. Do you have any other words of wisdom, Jared?
No, I think one of the biggest things for me is the first game I played, I was super discouraged.
Right, because you played Nature's Prophet.
Well, okay, yeah. There was a lot of, and I did it before I even played any of the tutorials or anything. So
that's such a bad idea.
My first experience with Dota 2 was terrible.
Nature's Prophet is still an intimidating hero for me to play.
I don't think I can do it still.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is learn what fits your style of playing.
Yeah.
So if you're a bit more of an aggressive person, a carry might be a good role for you.
Yeah.
So just keep on trying and keep playing and have fun.
Usually
honestly.
everyone wants to play a carry, but I enjoy playing. I personally enjoy playing carry, but I also really enjoy playing support too.
I'm with you. With you. I think depending on my mood, I definitely like playing them both a lot.
Yeah.
Playing the utility player as well.
Yeah. Well, because in games like Team Fortress 2, I love playing the medic.
Oh yeah. The medic was great.
So much fun. And I don't know. I just like in World of Warcraft, I played healers. I love playing healers. It was fun. So
in D&D, my character was a
you were like a healer warrior.
Yeah. A warlord.
Warlord. You would heal people and then smash their faces in.
Yeah, he was great.
And then buff us all in the process.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Jared, what do you say we move on to the hero of the week?
Okay, hero of the week.
The hero of the week
Insert bumper here. Hero of the week.
Hero of the week.
Anti-mage.
Anti-mage, yeah, baby. Anti-mage is a super hard carry.
Yeah. A lot of times when people are talking about hard carries, they usually go towards agility-based carries.
Yeah.
Because as they get more agility, their attack speed will increase. Their also armor will increase.
Yeah.
So a lot of times...
And their damage is increasing.
Exactly. At this point, you can get a Blade of Alacrity will buff your damage as well as your attack speed.
Right.
So... Basically,
it's a twofer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you're maximizing your return on investment.
That's right. ROI. It's all about the ROI, baby.
Got to get it.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been playing our hero of the week in the A to Z challenge.
Yeah, tell me about him.
Anti-mage is really hard to play in pub matches, especially in all pick.
I can see that.
The match that I won So the rules are, we play everyone through A to Z, and you have to get at least one win.
Yeah, you do.
And
I read about them.
the matches I won, I was playing anti-mage in the off lane.
Okay.
And basically I didn't die.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's rule number.
Yeah.
I think that might be rule number 1.
I was able to somewhat farm up and not die.
Okay.
And I was able to contribute to team fights, but I wasn't the one who carried the team to victory.
Well, here's the thing with Anti-Mage. I mean, he's so single targeted.
Yeah.
I mean, you really are. You have to wait until like level 16, 17 with him to be really online.
Right. Because he's a late game hard carry, meaning up until about 25, 30 minutes.
Even later,
he is an issue for your team. He does not come online. He does not become powerful until super late.
Right.
And he is purely just right click damage.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go through his kit.
Okay, yeah.
When we say kit, basically like his skills.
His skills, correct.
Yeah. So just
Lingo,
right. His first ability is a mana break.
Yeah.
So what this does is when he attacks, he basically drains people's mana.
Is it a passive?
Yeah, it's a passive.
Yeah, that thing's really nice. And when we get to his ultimate,
Holy snap.
it synergizes really well with his ultimate.
At level 4 of this, each hit 64 mana.
Yeah,
That's
a
nuts.
lot.
That's
a
nuts.
lot.
And it's worth noting also, if you build a manta on him, so you can create illusions with this item,
Yeah,
they also have mana break.
it's really nice.
So that's 3 people hitting. So for each hit with you and your illusions, it's like 192
It's a lot.
mana each
Yeah.
lost. That's nuts.
Let's talk about the rest of his abilities.
Okay,
we'll
then
talk
the
about
next up is
items.
Blink.
Okay.
So he has an ability where he can teleport.
Yeah, it's a free blink dagger.
Right. Except it costs mana now.
Yeah. Which that thing's really nice for escaping.
Right,
And it also helps you get across the jungle faster to farm.
Right.
I was clearing out the jungle, Jared, in 45 seconds.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It was crazy.
Now, with Blink Dagger, if you get attacked, you have to wait 3 seconds before you can
Right.
Teleport.
Right.
Is it the same with the Blink?
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
You can use it whenever the heck you want.
Okay.
It's really nice.
I think I've played Animage once, and it was awful.
I love the sound that his blades make.
Yeah, they're
It's
pretty
like,
cool.
I can't even emulate it.
Yeah, no.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so his next one is another passive ability. It's a spell shield. So basically increased magic resistance.
Okay.
So as you can see, a theme coming in from Anti-Mage,
Yes.
including his name, is
Anti-magic.
yeah, he's anti-magic.
Yeah. And his ultimate.
Then his ultimate, Mana Void.
Yes.
So this, for each point of mana missing, the target, it is dealt damage. And to it and the surrounding enemies.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's...
So the way that it works is it does an amount of damage based on how much mana they have missing, which you use it to kind of finish people off,
Right,
if you will.
yeah.
So, the mana break synergizes really well with the ultimate.
Oh, it also mini stuns.
Yeah. So you can use it all the time, or not all the time, but you usually use it towards the end of fights, on like people who are
Yeah, it's a
trying to
70-second
escape.
cooldown. So, I mean, it's once a team fight
And the
ability.
way that the targeting works is when you hit your ultimate, you get, the targeting crosshair.
Sure.
It kind of works like Lich's Q.
Okay.
Where you have to select a person for it to target. Mm-hmm. But when you target that person, it also does an AoE around that person.
Yeah, it's 450. So it's a
Yeah.
pretty big AoE. I mean, it's not huge, but it's a good size AoE.
Yeah, it's not bad. So that's a really nice ability.
So if you can clump them.
Yeah. I was using that towards the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Because what you do is, and I guess we can talk about item builds now.
Sure.
Really, like a core item for anti-mage is to get Battle Fury, which
Right.
gives you a ton of HP regen,
But most importantly, cleave damage.
cleave damage. So it really helps you to just farm up like crazy. And
Yeah.
it gives you AoE damage in team fights.
Yeah.
So all of his abilities kind of synergize off of Battle Fury.
Now, here's a question that I don't know, and I
Okay.
don't know if you know.
Yeah.
With his Battle Fury, with the cleave damage, does that have the mana break? Or
That I don't know. I would assume it does.
I would assume as well.
But I mean, it's like playing Magic.
Right.
Magic the Gathering. When you make assumptions, you're usually wrong.
Right. No, that's true.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know what the answer to that is. I wish I did. But as it turns out, Jared, we're noobs.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the notes and it doesn't have anything
Yeah.
about it. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but
Yeah.
that'd be pretty neat.
That would be pretty neat. But yeah, so when you're playing as anti-mage, you definitely want to get Battle Fury, definitely get a Manta style.
And again, these are both really pretty expensive items. So
Yeah.
again, why he's such a late game style carry, because he needs those items to really come online and do that big damage.
You're going to want to get Power Treads on him. Those are the boots you're going to want to get.
Okay, and here's a question for you.
Yeah.
With power treads, you can select, your 3 abilities. Which one would you choose?
I don't know. If I'm being honest, Jared, I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to Power Treads.
Okay.
And I'm being totally honest here. Like, if I'm playing Luna, I just stick those things on agility. Unless, like, I need more regen or something, and I'll put it on strength.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of situational for me. Like, if...
And that's the answer I was going for, honestly.
Well, I don't know. Like, if I'm playing Luna, I don't know. Like, because I played her last night, and I put it on strength because she's
You needed the HP.
Yeah, you need the HP.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's whatever you think. Can you explain the thought process here?
So the thought process here is he's an agility based carry.
Yeah.
So if you put him on agility, you're going to get extra attack speed, but also you're going to get that extra damage.
Yeah.
If you put him onto the strength, you're going to get that extra HP because he has really naturally low hit points.
Yeah.
Anti-mage does. He's a little squishy.
Yeah.
He's killed easily. And then you really probably would never want to put him on intelligence. Because he only has 2 abilities that need mana.
Yeah, and Blink barely uses any mana anyway.
Right. So
Yeah,
and the idea there is if you switch to the intelligence, you're going to get a bigger
mana pool.
mana pool
Yeah.
to do more abilities. But
Yeah,
so I would say early in the game, you're probably going to want to leave him on strength just to get that extra HP.
yeah,
Unless you're just farming the jungle and you want to get a little extra
Right.
attacks.
and with Power Treads, it's your brown boots plus a belt of strength and gloves of haste. Is that what they're called?
Correct.
And what it lets you do is you can toggle between, is it 10 additional or 8 either 8 additional strength, agility, or intellect. So whatever. There's videos out there for high level power tread usage.
Yeah, no, and it really is. It's a really versatile item that is really helpful for a lot of different heroes.
Right.
So, but I was just gonna do, because I'm bad at math, 152 life power treads give you.
HP.
Yeah, HP. So if you're on that strength,
Yeah. And you're usually getting those boots around the 10-minute mark, question mark?
well, I mean, depending on
Yeah.
But so I mean,
that's
pretty
substantial.
significant.
That can be like around a 10% boost
right
at that
so-
time. Maybe probably even more at that
Yeah,
point.
because I think he starts at 450 life, something like that.
Oh, he's so fragile in the early game.
530.
Yeah.
530, yeah. So.
Yeah, and what you want to do is you want to have I guess we can talk about laning him. You definitely
Sure.
want to put him in the safe lane.
Okay.
If you can coordinate with your team, put him in the safe lane. And if you can have a support that can just really babysit the heck out of you,
Right.
get wards up in your jungle,
So
and
you
in
can
your
really
lane.
see people
Yeah.
coming after you.
Absolutely.
Because if you're playing against an anti-mage, one of the biggest things you want to do is try to shut him down early.
Right.
So you know that late game, no matter who's in your team, he's one of the hardest carries in the game.
He's going to outcarry you.
You're going to get out carried if the game goes long enough and he
Yeah.
gets enough items. He's going to be really hard to kill because he's going to be doing so much damage,
Right.
and he's really going to be taking it to town.
He's going to be a terror.
Yeah.
So
So you want to shut him down early,
Right.
So when you're playing him, they're going to want to shut you down early.
Yeah.
So
I think even a support in lane with you, and then also like a roaming support in the jungle
Right.
is really good.
not a bad idea.
Yeah. So that's kind of the idea with him. You kind of start out in the safe lane, and then once you get your Battle Fury, you can move into the jungle and just start flying through the jungle.
Yeah.
Once you get your Battle Fury, man, you farm up so quick, and you're close to coming online, close
Yeah.
to being ready to go. So
Yeah.
it's really hard to draft around him because you need 4 other heroes that can fight 4-on-5.
For the first 35 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and survive.
Right.
Yeah. The idea is to just not lose the game
Right.
before you come online.
So you'd want some early mid-game heroes. So like a Razor would synergize pretty well with him to carry with, or a Viper that we were talking about. And Viper would be great too because his slows that he has,
Oh yeah,
really to chase down people.
real nice.
I just thought about that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Viper.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we've about covered it all, Jared. Can you think of anything else?
Well, we haven't talked about his lore.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. One of my favorite parts of the game.
Yeah. So it seems like he grew up in a monastery.
Okay.
But he was an acolyte. He was not a monk.
Okay.
So then the monastery was...
So he was in training.
Yes. So the monastery was overrun by attackers. I think they were
Dark wizards.
something along those lines.
Sure.
Here, I'll actually... The Unliving Lord.
Okay. I'm into that.
All right. That's weird. So then all the monks were killed off, and he was left as the sole survivor.
Oh.
And basically swore to end the magic that killed all of his monks.
Yeah. Okay. So he's got like a Rambo thing going on. Like he's the lone survivor.
Yeah.
He's the last one.
It's interesting.
Living. Yeah.
It's interesting. Also, some little trivia. Terrorblade in the new hero that was just added.
Yeah.
In Dota 1 was his twin brother.
But in Dota 2, is he?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
Right.
So, okay. Interesting. The implications of that are very
Right. So
disconcerting.
this is where it gets a little weird.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Jared. Mm-hmm. Okay. Dota 1 compared to Dota 2.
Right.
Do you think they're separate universes?
I don't know if they're separate. I would think that they're more parallel.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So kind of like in the X-Men when they go to Dimension X.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Or when in Futurama, when they go to the edge of the universe and they're looking and they're like all wearing cowboy hats and waving back. So like that's one of those two things. That's what I was thinking of.
I love Futurama, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That show's so good.
It's awesome. But so I picture them as separate universes, but at the same time parallel.
Okay.
So
My mind is blown right
where
now.
they're both exist, but their stories may be different.
Okay. Very
so
good.
they're wearing cowboy hats in this one.
Okay. Right. Okay, let me ask you this then.
Okay.
Ursa. You can get that weird set with Ursa with the cowboy hat. What universe is Ursa from? Is he a visitor from the Dota 1 universe?
He must be.
Okay.
He must be.
He's from the Dota cowboy universe.
Yes.
Does he have any cool sounds that you can play?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, I'll play some, but he's just weird.
Magic is an...
Oh, good job.
Oh, playing off the iPad again.
Hashtag production value.
Oh God. What's going
I
on?
like...
I've got fat fingers.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you always blow your ultimate way early with the fat fingers.
I can't help it.
I've done that too, so don't worry.
into darkness.
Okay.
Okay. So his voice is all right.
Yeah. It's well acted, like always.
Yeah.
I light into...
Oh,
Oh.
gotta get the iPad. Oh,
Oh.
Sundered this cabal.
Okay.
I've sundered this cabal. Really?
All right. Well, he's not very fun.
No, his responses aren't great.
He's like a serious hero.
Yeah, his story is serious. His face is serious. He's got that weird Mike Tyson face tattoo.
Yeah. Dota's serious, you guys.
Absolutely.
I noticed over the weekend, Ogre Magi's sounds are the best.
Oh, they're pretty good.
Because when he hits that multicast, it's like slot machine sounds. It's like going ding 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 ding.
Have you also noticed that Shadow Fiend, like his ultimate is a doorbell? What is that?
It is?
It's weird.
Shadow Friend?
Yeah, Shadow Friend.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's weird. Next time you're playing him or you're watching a game with him, just listen for a doorbell.
Like ding dong. Like
Pretty much, yeah. Exactly.
that's weird.
It's weird.
Okay.
So, yeah, weird sounds with heroes.
All right, very good.
Anti-Mage doesn't have them, unfortunately.
I love the slot machine sounds. That's the best.
That's pretty good.
All right, Jared, let's move on.
All right.
Let's see here. We're at the draft of the week.
Ooh, draft of the week.
So the draft of the week, and if you go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WeLikeDota, you will see the match that we are talking about Jared and I will cast it poorly.
Absolutely.
So you can
We'll get
to,
embarrassed trying to cast a match.
Correct. You can listen to those shenanigans. But it's a match that I played with Kyle and Steam user somebody from the Czech Republic.
Oh, cool.
That's what I'm just going to call him that from now on. Somebody
Steam-
from the Czech Republic.
Steam user, somebody from the Czech Republic.
Correct.
Okay.
We had a fun time playing with him.
Awesome.
And as we talked about earlier, I can confirm that our viewers and listeners are better than us.
That's okay.
Which is how I want it to be.
I'm hoping that's the case.
Correct.
Otherwise, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go.
Do you want to flip on the screen for me so I can see this too?
Yes, I will do that. Hashtag production value.
Yes. Got to say hashtag in front of it so that you know it.
Correct. I actually really hate how hashtags have become like this weird like third person thing. Like people don't realize that it started out as like a thing for searching.
Right.
It's stupid now.
Yeah.
People have ruined hashtags. Anyway,
Everyone ever has ruined it.
Anyway, Jared, while you talk about the draft, I'm going to take us into the food of the week.
Okay. Which this week it's a fruit of the week.
Fruit of the week. Clementines, Jared.
Clementines.
They're like small oranges, and I have been eating them like crazy.
Okay.
As I noted earlier, I have clementine finger, which means like the skin underneath my nail is now like dyed orange because I've been eating so many clementines. Because you have to.
Is it clementine season?
Yeah, it's winter. It's citrus season.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not a citrus real fan, so.
Yeah.
Aside from lime in alcoholic beverage.
Oh, so good. I prefer lemon.
I know you do.
Yeah.
So this week, the draft is, like Brian said, he played with our Steam friend.
Can you hear me?
Somebody from the Czech Republic. Yes, I can hear it. I hear you peeling.
Yeah.
You guys played the Radiant side, and he had a Venomancer, Nyx, Ursa, Warlock, and Phantom Lancer.
I was playing Venomancer. Somebody from the Czech Republic was playing Nyx Assassin, and Kyle was playing Ursa.
Okay, so you guys kind of switched it up because Kyle normally plays our support roles.
Yeah, he's been really, shout out to Kyle. He's really been expanding, getting out there, playing different stuff. He's just been playing a lot more, and he's really started to like Ursa quite a bit, which I recommend.
Ursa's a great single target hero that
you get kited around like crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately. And let's see, the Dire team consisted of an Enchantress, Clockwork, Weaver, Lena, and Sven. Okay. Very nice. I see that you're really enjoying that.
Yeah. Here you go. I'll give you a couple pieces.
Okay. Well, I'll take a slice here.
All
right. So, just looking at team comps, I like yours a little bit better than theirs.
Okay.
Theirs actually isn't that bad. And this was just an all pick?
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
This is getting weird. Like,
it's unbelievable. The teams are balanced.
Yeah. I will note that Weaver ended the game with 3 couriers in his inventory, which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know if that's a bug or something else, but he's listed as having a Desolator, Treads, and 3 couriers.
That's really weird. Well, he finished the game with 3, 10, and 10. Mm-hmm. I remember killing him a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
How about the Clementine, Jared? Juicy, tangy, sweet.
It's juicy.
Yeah, fibrous.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Get your
Not
fiber
bad.
in the diet. Keep
Not
it
bad.
pooping regular.
I can't have too many oranges or citrus. But
correct.
Yeah, it gives me a little bit of the heartburn.
I've been eating these things like crazy, Jared.
Yeah, I'd probably die if I were you.
Oh, my goodness.
But, yeah, it looks like a pretty even game hero-wise. Mm-hmm. I will say that somebody, man, he got that Dagon 5 up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. On Nyx, that's so great. Such a great item.
He had 17 kills.
Good choice, somebody from the Czech Republic.
Well, and he's smart, too, because he built a Dagon. Nobody else on the other team has a BKB.
Right. Or Lincolns or anything.
Anything. So he could just...
Boo, boo, boo.
And somebody's gone. I mean, he was like one-shotting people with that thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So, yeah, it looks like a pretty even game. I'm excited to get into it. And
yeah. Let's... Can you talk about lanes real quick? Like, how would you lane
How would I lane it?
Or what's the general strategy?
Let's see. I'm assuming that Nyx went mid.
Correct.
Okay. That's probably what I would have done.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would put Phantom Lancer in our safe lane.
We had
honestly.
him in the off lane.
Okay, I could see it. I mean,
We put Ursa in the safe lane.
either way, I think that you're going to be pretty okay.
Yeah.
And your supports, I would put, if you have that in your safe lane, I probably would put Warlock in the safe lane.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
With his heals.
Yeah, I think Venomancer just works better in the off lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he can
so,
harass real well.
Yeah. I really like Warlock. I think that he's a
fun.
he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
So, and I see that he got that Ag Scepter to get all the extra golems,
That's right, baby.
tons of golems.
Yeah.
So, otherwise, Dire side, I guess I'd put Lena mid or Sven.
I forget what they did, but they wound up having to rotate.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
their comp doesn't lend to easy gleaning.
Yeah.
Because really, I mean, you want to put Enchantress into the jungle.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You have to put her
Yeah.
into the jungle. And Weaver could solo off lane pretty easily, but so can Clockwork.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Lena's your only real support other than Enchantress, so
Yeah.
it's just hard.
It's a little tough.
Yeah.
It's a little tough.
So,
Yeah, but anyway, check out that. You can see us cast the replay at youtube.com/WeLikeDota.
we like Dota.
That will also be posted at WeLikeDota.com.
We
There's
Like
a
Dota.
loud sound in my house. I don't know what just
Sounded like a toilet.
a turlet.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a lid flapping.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to look into that. Hopefully somebody's not destroying my house. But yeah, so I'm going to let's see, end the program here with a couple of shout outs. I had to write them down so I wouldn't forget.
That's right, because we're organized.
We are organized, yes. So yeah, I kind of want to send you guys over to the podcast called Flipping Tables.
Flipping tables. Now, what is flipping tables all about?
My friend Michael Edwards and his
Okay.
buddy David. I think it's David. They started a podcast that's basically cranky gaming nerds,
Oh,
and it's great.
okay.
Their first episode is called Nintendo is Doomed. So if you want to hear them talk about gamers being cranky, it's great.
Okay.
It's a great podcast to listen to.
Yeah. Okay.
I really
cool.
liked it. And also, Jared, I started a We Like Dota subreddit.
Ooh.
Because we need a place where all the comments, all the community can just be centered.
Right.
And
the,
Reddit
the
is
noob
gonna be
the noob on noob can be posted there.
That's right. So that's at reddit.com/r/We Like Dota. I'm going to try and get stuff up there and
Yeah. Monitor and
get that going, do all that.
cool.
I didn't get around to it yet, but I want to get a Steam community group going.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. We should do
Potentially organize like a
like a gaming
night, where we can do like Jared and I and Kyle and Ben and a couple of others against you guys, or we can mix it up or do whatever. So I think that would be really fun.
That would be fun.
It'd be a good time.
We could look into Twitch streaming it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. We should Twitch stream some stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Yeah,
That'd
totally.
be so fun.
Totally.
And then also you can follow me personally on Twitter at
Okay.
Byinger, Byinger.
I do.
You can also, yes, you do. You can also follow twitter.com/We Like Dota.
Okay.
I got the Twitter account for that.
All right.
Jared, where can we find you online?
Mainly Twitter.
Okay.
My handle is +3000.
Correct.
PLUS, the number 3000.
Correct. Yeah, and then as I said, check out youtube.com/We Like Dota and WeLikeDota.com. You'll find all the links that you need there to subscribe for YouTube and, et cetera, et cetera.
All that jazz.
All that jazz.
So tell a friend.
Yep.
Listen to our stuff.
Listen to our stuff. Tell a friend. Give us an upvote on Reddit, or even just make links for us on Reddit, or do whatever.
Yeah. Or just keep listening. That's
just
fine too.
keep listening.
That's fine. But thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your listenership. Okay, everybody. I think that brings us to the end of the program. So
Let's get out of here.
let's get out of here. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you later.